Gandhi isn't afraid of exploring his own desires. For example, his experiments with passion or love or brahmacharya, as it's called, with his own grandniece, with Manu.
That's it.
He summoned his 19-year-old great-niece Manu to him and arranged to sleep naked next to her. It was to be a test of his chastity.
In bed with young people.
The fact that, oh, he's a dirty old man, what's he up to?
Gandhi was likely practicing traditional Indian celibacy, which only forbids ejaculation. Everything else was permitted.
Mahatma Gandhi, born on October 2, 1869, as Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, what exactly did he do to earn the title of a pedophile? And the accusations on him to sleep with young naked women, are they even true? Well, for a short answer, yes. He actually slept with naked women on his bed. According to some sources, he is accused to sleep with his granddaughter, Manu, naked. But here comes the why. However, how shocking it is to hear that the pioneer of nonviolence, the father of the nation, would do such harsh things to teenage boys and girls, and we are going to find out why. Okay, so before I begin the discussion, I want to answer a very simple question with a very simple answer. The question: was Gandhi a pedophile? The answer: no, he was not. Now to begin with the discussion of why Gandhi slept naked with women. If you have to understand this discussion, you will need to understand what brahmacharya is, or what celibacy is. According to Wikipedia, brahmacharya is a concept within Indian religions that literally means to stay in conduct within one's self. In yoga, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, it generally refers to a lifestyle characterized by or complete absence of sexual intercourse. It is a great virtue to your own self. It is the process to give up lustful thoughts and lustful feelings to find your inner beast. But very unfortunately, some people have their own views about this, and they spread fake news about these things.
Gandhi was likely practicing traditional Indian celibacy, which only forbids ejaculation. Everything else was permitted.
People like this do not even research a little bit before saying anything wrong about a culture. They just say what people say. Mahatma Gandhi was a student of brahmacharya, and all the talks about him sleeping naked, doing all that informal stuff, were all his experiments. According to this article I found online, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi had very strong views on sex, and he often gave detailed instructions to his followers on this subject. His views on sex were not very popular, which was described as abnormal and unnatural by India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. Gandhi was first married with Kasturba at the age of 13. Well, thanks to the child marriage system in India, not usual for his time. Gandhi quotes, "Even at school, I used to think of her, and the thought of nightfall and our subsequent meeting was ever haunting me." Gandhi also recalled how he could not be with his father during his last moments as he went to his bedroom to have sex with his wife, a decision he regretted later. He accepts the fact that he has done quite some wrong things in his life, and he wants to change that in some way possible. So why these experiments? What is the reason behind this? As we saw, he is disturbed of the fact that he cannot become a pure brahmacharya. He was thinking about sex when his father was dying. So obviously, that's pretty much a decision to regret, at least for a saintly figure like him. He tried to be a perfect saint, but he failed inside, and that is what exactly that led to the beginning of Mahatma Gandhi's experiments. Not only did he want to get over his lustful feelings by sleeping naked with women, but he also wanted the young generation of India to do the same. The separation of the boys group and the girls group will result in a taboo between the boys and girls. So his basic idea was to reunite the boys and girls together so that they don't feel any tension between them. Maybe at first they will have some problems, but slowly they will learn to accommodate. The boys and girls will slowly learn to respect each other's bodies, which technically is a great idea, but it did not go very well with the people. According to this article, Gandhi's brahmacharya didn't end in mere abstinence. It became weird when he started to challenge his resolves to test himself, and thus began a series of experiments that would not be acceptable in today's era. He had set up ashrams or institutions where he conducted his experiments, where the boys and girls were to bathe together, sleep together, but they were to maintain chastity. They would be punished if there were any sexual talks. The rules of the ashrams had forbidden married couples living in ashram to sleep together, and Gandhi had advised that the husband should not be alone with their wives. When they felt passion, they should take a cold bath. What did we learn by reading this article? Was he actually wanting to have sex with the woman that he was sleeping with? Answer is no. He was trying to test his resolve, how much of a brahmacharya he is, how much celibacy he has within him, and to what extent can he control his lustful desires. And he was constantly testing himself by sleeping with naked women. That was his sole purpose of sleeping with women. And he wanted to do the same to the young generation of India. How the ashrams used to operate may sound perverted, but the rules of the ashram was very strict. However pure his intentions might be, today's generation does not see Gandhi with good eyes. They think Gandhi is a pedophile. However, that is not true. And you know that now by watching this video. To be fair with the critics, I will also bring up a topic of discussion, because for a young girl, sleeping with an old man is not a very pleasant sight. Maybe the critics are right on this topic. Of course, Gandhi did that to test his own resolve, but we should never forget this action of his can hurt a sentiment of a teenage girl. So that's the in-depth discussion today. I hope I was able to clear the doubts in your head, and I hope positively that you have a good day. If you want me to make a video on any controversial topic, you are more than welcome to comment in the comment section about that. Goodbye and see you in the next video.
Our countrymen and our sisters and brothers at home have been doing their best in the circumstances in which they are faced. But the enemy is ruthless and desperate, and he is armed to the teeth. Against such a brutal foe, no amount of civil